Hello, hi, it's Elise, and I'm here today. Today is Thursday. I know that it's Thursday because the trash went out today, and the trash goes out on Thursdays and Mondays, and I know it's not Monday. So happy Thursday to you and yours. Today I am bringing peaceful energy. Peaceful energy. It's daytime and I'm sitting kind of on the floor as usual in front of the big window sliding glass door, but I've closed the inner layer of curtains. There's 2 layers. Do you know how curtains work? I didn't before I had curtains of my own, so let me explain. There's 2 layers. The inner layer. The inner layer is white and kind of sheer, so if you just close the inner layer, it stops people from being able to see inside, but it still lets a good amount of light in. So all of the light in my apartment now is from the sun. And then the second layer is usually a color, and it's completely opaque. Does opaque mean you can't see through it? I get those words mixed up. You know, there's like translucent, transparent, and opaque. I know transparent is totally see-through, but what about opaque versus translucent? One of them means you can see through it a little bit. Let me see. Hold on now. I have my iPad here ready for us. Opaque. Okay, I did that correctly. It is opaque. The second layer. Opaque means not able to be seen through. Not transparent. Okay, does that mean that? Let me see. Translucent. Translucent must be... Okay, translucent means allowing light, but not detailed shapes to pass through. Semi-transparent. Okay, perfect. So the white one is translucent, and then the second layer, colorful one, is opaque. Anyway, that's the lighting we have on. But the one thing I will say is, well, I did want to block some light so it wouldn't be so bright for you, because I'm bringing a peaceful atmosphere for you to be able to fall asleep in. Hopefully that's what we're trying to do. So if it was too bright, that wouldn't be good. However, I think that it's causing kind of a shadowy gray light, and I look very shadowy, don't I? I'm gonna look at myself for a second. Hold on. Yeah. So, but though, you know, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Anyway, let's get down to business, everyone. I think I feel a burp coming, but I don't want to burp into the microphone. I just was drinking a smoothie. I think smoothies easily cause burps because you could blend air into it. Oh goodness, I'm gonna mute. Did I burp? I don't even know if I burped. Oh god. Oh. Okay, it wasn't a burp, but my stomach and my esophagus was like gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Okay. So, we have gathered here today to quiz, test, determine, maybe even explore, maybe your aura color. Are you familiar with that? Personally, I don't know anything about it, but I somehow this morning ended up taking, those online quizzes. I love those online quizzes. Love them very much. I really don't know what led me there. There must have been something that I saw that made me Google aura color quiz. What was it? I don't know what it was. I must have seen. Oh, my mom just texted me. Hi. I must have seen something on the internet that made me want to do that. I don't know, but that's what we're doing today. And I've already taken a couple quizzes for funsies, and I thought this would be very fun to share with you all. Yeah, and also I thought it would be fun to do a bit of a case study. We could take multiple quizzes and see if we get the same results or similar results, or if we just get completely different results. And then we can prove if there's any truth to this whole aura color ordeal. So we're gonna put on our scientist hats and do a bit of research. And I feel like I should just do a little disclaimer. This is all for fun and games. This is all laughs. We're just having a good, sleepy, relaxing time. And if you don't have to believe in any sort of spiritualness. If you do, that's fantastic. If you don't, that's good too. We're just here for a good time, so don't think too deeply about it. Okay. So first, we are going to take this quiz. It's a Korean website called Pumang. And this quiz is called Find Out What Color Your Aura Is. What color is your aura? This was the first quiz that I took this morning. And so let's do it again. So I'm going to be reading the questions and the answer choices out to you. And you at home can make your decision. But I'm going to be answering it myself. And I'm going to kind of talk you through my thought process as I do it. And we can compare our answers. Okay, let's start. So the first question is pretty simple. There's only 2 answer choices. Which is more important to you? 1. Believing in myself. 2. Loving myself. Believing in myself or loving myself. And this one tripped me up a bit in the beginning. So I'll let you think about it before I potentially influence your thoughts. And I'm going to maybe burp again. Excuse us. Which is more important to you? Believing in yourself or loving yourself? So, this was a difficult one at first because I was thinking, well, don't the two go hand in hand? Like, how can you 100% believe in yourself if you don't love yourself? But then I thought that, well, I think part of loving yourself is accepting yourself 100%. And that means accepting that you can't do everything all at once, and you have your strengths, but that also means you have your weaknesses. And so being able to reflect on yourself honestly and accept that maybe this isn't the right path for me, this isn't my thing, right now at least, but I love myself and I'm okay with that, and I can, do better elsewhere. I think that's a really valuable kind of, I don't even know if it's a skill, but I think a level of self-acceptance and loving yourself. So I might not believe that I don't believe that I can become the president of the United States. I don't believe in that for myself, but I do love myself regardless of that. I don't believe that I can become an Olympic athlete. Wish I could, that would be cool. But I love myself anyway. So, that's why I decided to go with loving myself. And the question is, which is more important to you? So I would say it's more important for me to love and accept myself and accept that I can't do everything perfectly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's my answer. But if your answer is believing in yourself is more important, then that's your story and that's valid as well. Okay. Next one. Which dream would you like to dream tonight? A dream where I'm the main character of a wonderful fairy tale, or a dream where I'm with someone I love. A dream where I'm the main character of a wonderful fairy tale, or a dream where I'm with someone I love. Okay. Well, I've given you a moment to think. For me, this one wasn't as difficult to answer. I chose the second one, a dream where I'm with someone I love. So personally, I realized that that's the most important thing, I think, in my life, is the people that I love. And doesn't matter where I am in the world or what I'm doing, I can be happy with it if I'm with somebody that I love. So that's why I chose that. And also, I feel like we're kind of pushed the narrative, at least in American culture, from when I was a child, to be the leader and to be the main character of your story, and very much that individualism mindset of being you is the best you can be, and you lead the way, and don't be a follower, be a leader. My mom used to say that to me all the time growing up, be a leader, don't be a follower. And I understand the positive points of that message. I think what she was trying to do was to dissuade me from giving into peer pressure, and that's important for children growing up. But I always felt this pressure to be the main character and lead the way, and honestly, it's just not me. It's okay to not be that. And I think to put that pressure onto somebody if it's just not who they are is not the best thing. So it's taken me years and years to accept that I'm not the main character. It's just not me. In fact, it makes me really uncomfortable to be the center of attention. And I don't want to be the one giving orders and giving directions and being leading the way, and it's just not me. I like being the side character who not everyone is staring at and like looking up to, but like has my own like quirky traits and my own, interesting things about me, and like maybe I can give really good advice, and people really like me when they do talk to me, but I don't have to be like the center of attention that everyone's always thinking about. I don't want it. That's just not me. I don't like that at all. Yeah. So anyway, a dream where I'm the main character of a wonderful fairy tale. No thanks. A dream where I'm with someone I love. Yes, please. Okay, that's my answer. Am I talking too much? I hope I am. That means I'm doing my job well. What would you do if you were given free time on a sunny day? What would you do if you're given free time on a sunny day? I would film an ASMR video, apparently, because it's a sunny day and I'm on summer vacation. This week I have off of work, and here I am. It's very sunny outside. Okay, but your two choices are: enjoy a nice picnic with friends, take a walk in the park alone, listening to your favorite song. Did you hear that? My throat did the thing again. Okay. Enjoy a nice picnic with friends, take a walk in the park alone, listening to my favorite song. This one, I'm kind of a little like, I could go either way. It just depends on my mood. And I think most of us would answer that. I think like sometimes a nice picnic with your friends would be wonderful, but sometimes maybe you don't feel like chatting too much. So this one just depends on my mood. The first time when I answered this morning, I said, take a walk in the park alone, listening to my favorite song. And I think that's what I would choose now as well. Yeah. If it was just the first part, take a walk in the park alone, I wouldn't be so persuaded, but listening to my favorite song just adds a whole different thing to enjoy, so I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, what is the first thing you do when there's a problem for you to solve? What is the first thing you do when there's a problem for you to solve? And I think these two answer choices are really interesting. Close my eyes and picture the situation, or open my eyes and take a look at my surroundings. That's interesting, isn't it? So do you close your eyes and picture the situation, kind of focus inward to yourself, or do you open your eyes and take a look at your surroundings and become grounded with reality to kind of practically take action or something? For me personally, it's the first one. Close my eyes and picture the situation. Yeah. And then once I've sorted things out in my mind, then I think I'll sort of, what's the word? Like, use external resources. Like, talk to other people, or like research, or like Google something. I love a Google. Okay, so I'm choosing the first one. Close my eyes and picture the situation. Next, what would you treat yourself to on a hard-earned day? A modest bouquet of flowers, or a piece of clothing? A piece of clothing I debated whether to buy because of its price. I wish there was a third option, and that was like a yummy treat, or like your favorite food, because that's what I would do. That's what I frequently do. But yeah, a modest bouquet of flowers, piece of clothing I debated whether to buy because of price. I see that like what they're getting at here is like something modest that you don't spend a lot of money on, or like, do you splurge on something? But I just don't like the example of a bouquet of flowers because I've never bought a bouquet of flowers for myself. They're nice to look at, but they don't last long. And you'll end up throwing them away, and that's just kind of sad. So I'd rather have something to eat or something more permanent. So that's why I'm leaning towards a piece of clothing. But I don't really like where it says a piece of clothing that I debated whether to buy because of its price. Because I wouldn't buy something like crazy expensive. So I don't think that these answer choices are good for me. I would choose food. But I guess that food is closer to a modest bouquet of flowers because it's temporary and not that expensive, so we'll go with that. Okay, when you're feeling sad, how do you cope? How do you cope when you're sad? I watch a sad movie or read a sad book and cry. I calm myself and write a journal entry. Okay, so I'll let you think for 2 seconds. Do you watch a sad movie or read a sad book and cry? Or do you calm yourself and write a journal entry? I feel like we're also missing some other options. Like, some people maybe go out and do something active. Like go to the gym or something, or somebody might call their friends. Yeah. But you only have those 2 choices. Doing something sad and crying. Or kind of like calming yourself down and doing something more positive. I feel like it's what they're trying to get at. For me personally, I have never been someone who indulges in sad things when I'm sad. Like, I hear about people all the time, especially like girls around my age, talking about how they have like a sad playlist and they'll listen to sad music when they're sad and they cry. I don't understand. Why are you listening to something that'll make you more sad when you're sad? I don't get that. I don't understand. I'm not judging you. I just totally can't understand it at all. So I am definitely the second option. Calm myself and write a journal entry. Yeah. Or like, I'll watch something lighthearted to take my mind off of it or give me a little laugh. Or if I have the energy, go out and do something to take my mind off it, but definitely not something sad when I'm already sad. Okay, which situation do you prefer? This is a difficult one. Which situation do you prefer? I am happy today, but I have no idea how I'll feel tomorrow. Or, I'm sad today, but I'll be happy tomorrow for sure. Again, I see what they're trying to get at. Are you more like suffer now to be happy later, or choose happiness now regardless of like what will happen later? But for the first option, I'm happy today, but I have no idea how I'll feel tomorrow. Like, if you're in control of your emotions to some extent, then you could just choose that one and be happy today, and then have confidence that you'll also be happy tomorrow. But, like, what do you mean I have no idea how I'll feel tomorrow? What do you mean by that? I need more details here. Like, what's making us not know how we'll feel tomorrow? Like, I don't know how I'll feel tomorrow. But I think I'll be okay. I don't know about that. And then the other option, I'm sad today, but I'll be happy tomorrow for sure. Does that mean you'll be happy like tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day until the time runs out? Like, you'll just be happy forever? Or is it like, I'm sad today, but I'll be happy tomorrow, but I don't know about the day after tomorrow? Because then it's like, well, what the heck? I don't know. So I think we need more details about both of these answer choices. This morning, I chose the second option. I'm sad today, but I'll be happy tomorrow for sure. Because I've experienced that before. Especially, if you've ever experienced, before your period or on your period, if you just get, really sad for no reason, but you know that, it's temporary, and you know that, in a couple days you're gonna feel really good and, hopefully be fine again, then there's almost comfort in that. And yeah, I'm sad, but I'm, comforted by the fact that I know it'll be better soon. So I think that's why I chose the second one. But now I think I might choose I'm happy today, but I have no idea how I'll feel tomorrow. Well, actually, I kind of want to take that back. Because anxiety and depression can be very unpredictable. And sometimes they can hit like a truck. Like you got hit by a truck, boom, anxiety. And then you're feeling panic. Or boom, depression, I don't want to get out of bed. So maybe that's what they mean. I'm happy today, but I have no idea how I'll feel tomorrow because mental illness exists in this world. I think I'm overthinking this, so I'm gonna go with I'm sad today, but I'll be happy tomorrow for sure. Which do you want to hear more from a loved one? Which do you want to hear more from a loved one? I love how we understand each other. 2, I love being with you. Okay, so I love how we understand each other. Or I love being with you. I'll give you a moment to think about it. Did you think about it? So, this was easy for me. I chose the second one. No, I didn't. I chose the first one. I love how we understand each other. Because I love being understood. Don't you love being understood? That just feels so good. Especially when you're off your rocker or something. Sometimes I feel I'm there's something wrong with me, And so it just feels good to be understood. When you're to be understood by somebody that you love, that's incredible. So I love being with you. Yeah, sure. So does the mosquito who keeps trying to take my blood. He loves being with me too, but I love to be understood. Okay. So we're just I love how we understand each other. You are facing a fork in the road. Which road will you take? A road with lots of footsteps. A road nobody has set foot on yet. It's giving Robert Frost. What is it? The Path Untaken. I love that poem. Have you ever listened to, you should, on YouTube, you can find, I think it's he himself, Mr. Robert Frost, reading it in his voice. It made me cry the first time I heard it. I was in the car with my mom. I remember, oh my goodness, the first time I read that poem was for class. It was it 6th or 7th grade? Was it 6th or 7th grade? I don't know, either 6th or 7th grade. I don't know. 6th or 7th grade, but middle school for sure. And I remember I liked the poem so much that I showed it to my mom. And she was driving, so she couldn't read it, so I had Robert Frost read it. And it was just so moving. And then I started crying, and I think my mom started crying, and we were just crying. So I just love that poem. It's 2 roads diverge in a yellow wood, and be one traveler long I stood, and stared down one as far as I could. all I remember. That's such a good poem. Do you think that poem is in the, what's it called? Where a piece of media no longer has any copyright claims to it because it's been in the common domain. That's the word, the common domain. Because it's so old. It's in the common, let me see. Is the road, I freaking love this poem, not taken in the common domain? Does that apply to poems because they're such short pieces? Yes. Oh, it's called the public domain, my bad. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost is in the public domain. It was first published in 1923. Oh my god, it's that old. It's, oh my god, wow. Should I read it for you right now? I feel like I need to. It's not that long. I'm gonna read it to you right now. It's over 100 years old. Two roads diverge. Okay. I love this so much. Okay, here it goes. I just remember the way that Robert Frost read it. He was like, 2 roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveller long I stood, and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. That's how he read it. For now I'm gonna read it normally. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, and leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence, 2 roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Oh my god, I got like chills. I forgot how good that is. I'm gonna start crying. That's my favorite poem ever. Oh my god. I don't know if it's my favorite ever. I like Shel Silverstein. Oh my god, but I like Sylvia Plath too. Excuse me. Is my face red? A little bit. I'm not crying, but I'm like, when you're about, and I could if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Okay, anyway. back to the aura quiz. What color is your aura? So we were on, goodness gracious, I love that poem. Sometimes I come across something and I'm like, I get why people get tattoos of things. Because you just are so emotionally moved by it, and you just feel it's such a connection, and it's such a profound meaning for you, and especially I feel the same way reading it now as I read when I was 12 or 13 years old. That's so crazy. I'm not gonna get that tattooed on me though. I'm losing it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm sorry guys, I'm losing my mind. Oh, I love that. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna read it again later. We need to focus. So again, you are facing a fork in the road. Which road? The path not taken. Which road will you take? A road with a lot of footsteps. A road that nobody has set foot on yet. Okay, well now after reading Robert Frost, we gotta choose a road nobody set foot on yet. That would just be disrespectful. But to be honest with you, this morning when I took the quiz, I chose a road with a lot of footsteps, and let me tell you why. Realistically, I'm in the woods, I'm on a hike. I'm not going down an unbeaten trail. You don't know the dangers out there, the bear, or the scary man, or both of them, or the cliff. there's a reason why the footsteps are on this path, and that's because it's the safe way that you're supposed to go to, like, reach humanity and not be lost in the woods forever. So, like, practically in real life, like, yeah, I'm going on the one with the footsteps. It's where I'm supposed to go for my safety. But this is a metaphor, and so we gotta think metaphorically. Are you going with the crowd, or are you going against the grain? Are you fitting in, or are you standing out? I'm a combination of both, really. Because sometimes the popular option is popular for a reason. But sometimes, well, whatever. I'm going on the road nobody's set foot on yet. Cheers to Robert Frost. Next, what time of day do you prefer? This is a tough one, okay? Because I like all of them. But what time of day do you prefer? Dawn, when I can gather my thoughts in silence, or daytime, when everyone's bustling with energy? I had to think for a second. Dawn versus dusk. Dawn is like the sun coming up, and dusk is the sun going down, like at night, right? Yeah. So if it weren't for the fact that I am terrible at waking up early, I would totally choose dawn, because I think that's just such a beautiful time of day. Have you seen the way that, like, the like glow of light just starting to light up the earth around you when the sun is just coming up? It's so beautiful, and the colors of the sky and everything. And there is a certain peacefulness to it, because half the world is sleeping, as they should be, as I also would be. But if you are awake and have the energy, I think that's the most beautiful time of the day. But I'm just not a morning person at this point in my life. Like, on my day, I'm trying not to sleep in too much, even though it's my holiday. So I got up this morning around 8, and it's just like, I didn't want to get up. I didn't want to, but I did. Anyway, so what time of day do you prefer? Dawn? Okay. I feel like what they're trying to get at here is not about the beauty of the time of day, but the second part of the question, dawn, when I can gather my thoughts in silence. Silence, gathering thoughts, or daytime, when everyone's bustling with energy. And that's more like, do you need seclusion to gather your thoughts, or do you thrive in like a busy environment? I like both, but what else is new? But I'm gonna go dawn, because there's another reason, and that is I love the feeling of having the whole day ahead of you. Like, if you get up really early and you're up and going at it, and it's like beautiful so early in the morning, and you have the thought of like the whole day is ahead of me, I have so much time. I love that feeling. So I'm gonna go with dawn, when I can gather my thoughts in silence. Okay, next. What kind of person are you closer to being? Someone who always tries out new things. Someone who constantly strives for perfection. Someone who always tries out new things. Someone who constantly strives for perfection. I'm gonna let you think. About it. Okay, did you think? So, I know the answer, because the question is, what kind of person are you closer to being? Not what kind of person do you want to be. If it was, what kind of person do you want to be, it would be the first one, somebody who always tries out new things. But I think I am more someone who constantly strives for perfection. And I do recognize now that's not healthy, and it's not even the most productive way. Because I personally would get a whole lot more done if I would just like do things without worrying if they're perfect or not. Because if I'm like so like anxious about doing it perfectly, then I procrastinate doing it because I feel like I can't do it perfectly like right here, right now. And then I just don't do it, and that's a whole lot worse than if I did it and it wasn't perfect. So that's something I need to work on. So I would rather be someone who tries out new things, because that's a whole lot more fun and free and exciting. But as of now, I am someone who constantly strives for perfection, unfortunately. I think that's a big reason why sometimes I disappear from uploading videos on here, because I feel like, oh, I'm not in the perfect headspace to like film and be the best version of myself, and I don't want to put out something that's not like good quality, and or I don't have like a good idea to film, and I don't want to, so I just put it off because I feel like it's not going to be perfect. But that doesn't make any sense, because like, look at me right now. This isn't perfect. This is a freaking mess. But that's okay. That's okay, right? Because I'm here and I'm doing it. And maybe you're here too, and maybe you're enjoying it. That would be nice. So anyway, somebody who constantly strives for perfection. Next. Oh my god, it's the last question. It's the last question. Can you believe this was 12 questions and it took more than 40 minutes? Okay, when are you more excited? When are you more excited? When I'm headed to meet new people. When I get back home after a day of work. Okay, I feel like most people have an immediate answer for this, and that's just really telling about introvert versus extrovert. When am I most excited? When I'm the least excited is when I'm headed to meet new people. I hate meeting new people. I hate it. I dread it. Despise it. So obviously not that one. And yes, when I head back home after a day of work, I am very excited. I love going home. I just love it. Yeah, love it. Love being home. So that's very obvious for me, but I think a lot of people, I think my boyfriend would choose the first one. He's quite extroverted. My friends, my best friend Anna would choose the first one. Okay. So that was our final question. Oh my god, and they're about to show me the aura right now. They're about to show us our answers. In case you forgot, we're trying to find our aura colors. So the answers is, oh, this is kind of beautiful. But wait a minute, this is different from my it's different from my results this morning. That's interesting. But I answered a few differently. For example, I answered Robert Frost. I answered him differently. This morning I got like green with some blues, but this time I got mostly greens over like a dark night sky. It said, you are forest mint. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Let me turn up the brightness of this. Can you see this? Hold on. Oh, can you see? That's my answer. It's pretty. It's like the aurora. You know, the aurora? The aurora? Sorry. Aurora borealis. The aurora. That's funny. So my aura color is the aurora color. And it said, you are forest mint. You're quiet but strong. You're not afraid to be alone and actually enjoy solitude. I'd agree with that. You like to get lost in deep thoughts, which is one of the reasons you like being alone. Again, I agree. You look at things from a wide perspective. You see the bigger picture and act accordingly. I agree with that as well. You're pretty tough on yourself, always pushing yourself and having a hard time accepting compliments from others. Oh, yeah. But I'm trying to work on that one though. Well, you like to hang out with a small group of friends rather than a crowd, yeah. You might seem boring or standoffish at first, absolutely. I am so boring when somebody first gets, like, if I meet a new person, I have no personality. Because I'm just, like, anxious and don't know how to act, and I, like, am on, like, manual human mode. It's like, you know, like, for most people, I feel like social interactions is, like, automatic. But I literally go on manual, and it's, like, every single thing that I'm controlling, the movements of my body, the words that come out of my mouth, what I say it, how I move, how I breathe, how I walk. I literally forget how to walk, and I go into manual, where I have to manually control every single thing that I'm doing, and it just makes me so anxious, and it's exhausting, and that's why I hate doing it. What was I saying? You might seem boring or standoffish at first. Yeah, that's why. But you're reliable and easygoing once people get to know you. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it's kind of funny, like, I make a terrible first impression, like the absolute worst. But when somebody really gets to know me, I'm pretty cool. But I tell you, I make the worst first impression, like, so bad. But there's a good thing about that, is I will weed out bad people. Or, like, people who truly, like, the people who are my friends and who really like me, I know they like me for me. Because they really stuck it out to get to know me. So I know they really like me for me, you know? Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I still kind of struggle with this. I have a fear of people thinking I'm boring. Especially, like, when I was as a teen, I've always had really bad social anxiety, but it used to be, like, really bad. Like, super duper bad. And, what was I saying? Goddamn, Lizzie, I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, a fear. I was so scared because, like, I couldn't open up and be myself around new people. So I was just, like, really quiet. And I was always so scared that everybody would think I'm so boring. And some people did, like, say, oh, she's so boring. But they didn't take a chance to get to know me, so they weren't worth it anyway, obviously. I don't have that fear anymore. And, you know, I think it's not a bad thing. Because, as I said, the relationships that you do make will be deeper and more meaningful, and they will be with people who really, really like you, who took the time to get to know you. So if you're like that too, don't worry. You are better for it in the long run. Aside from the stress caused by social anxiety, like, that's really so tiring. Getting home and just like if I have, like, a big social event, the next day I'm not leaving the house. I can't. I'm just so tired. Yeah. What is that about? Like, evolutionarily, wouldn't that be a trait that would have made you not survive back in the caveman days? Like, why did my ancestors survive and pass down, like, extreme social anxiety? I don't know. That's one for the scientists. The scientists? Evolutionary biologists? I don't know. And then, special. You have the special ability to keep going even when faced with difficulties, not giving up until you find a solution. Yeah, I will claim that. I will claim that. Oh, what? What? now it's showing me a whole bunch of colors. What is all this now? What? I don't know what all this is. But anyway, I didn't expect that one quiz to take up the whole video. I thought we were gonna have time to do a bunch of quizzes. I really hope my microphone's working. Is it working? But it better be working or else. Yeah, I didn't expect, but well, at least we got through one. And I wonder if you took the quiz yourself, I wonder if you got a really different result from me. What was mine? Forest mint. I like that. I like green these days. I'm really into green, like natural green, like leaves. I love the leaves, and I love the leaves on the trees and on the grass and in the bushes. Love it. Okay, so it's actually the middle of the day for me. It is 2:49 p.m. and I'm in my gym clothes. I'm wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants, and I'm gonna go to the gym, and then I'm gonna get some groceries, and there's some things that I need to get as well. Maybe some cleaning supplies, and I would like to clean out my closet. And this is so embarrassing, but when I say closet, I mean like an entire room that I just put all my crap in. I actually live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but I only live in half of it. It's really bad when I say it out loud. I have a kitchen and a little living, like, dining area, small dining room area, where I'm sitting now. Okay, it's not huge, it's very small, it's Japanese size, it's mini. But the kitchen's right here, and then there's this little table area, and then in that room is my bedroom, where I have like my bed in my bedroom. But then if you open that door, there's a little hallway, and then there's my bathroom with my shower and my sink and all that, and my laundry stuff. And then if you keep going, there's another bedroom, y'all. There's another bedroom. I never go in there. It's just like storage with all my stuff. It's a mess. It's mostly like clothes and random things that I don't know what to do with, so I just put it in there and I don't think about it. But there's this reason why I've been putting off, doing something with that room, is that there is no AC. There's no AC in there. It is so hot. And in the winter, it's freezing cold. So I really can only use it for like 2 months of the year, 1 month in fall and 1 month in spring, when it's like ideal, comfortable temperatures. So, yeah. But at least I want to make it more organized, because right now it's a mess. It's a mess. Okay. And I think I do have, dang it. Do you see that? It's blueberry. It's blueberry. There's like dark things in my teeth. I kind of saw it throughout the video. I promise I'm a clean person. I was just having a blueberry smoothie, like with whole blueberries, and the blueberries are stuck in my teeth. So, apologize. Oh man. Yeah, see, look. Oh my god. Like, just before I started filming, I was drinking it. It's still like right over there. I melted by now. Oh my gosh. My mom used to consume a lot of blueberries, and she said that they made her teeth gray. I was surprised by gray. I thought they would get blue or purple. Just a little bit there. Well, but apparently they make your teeth gray. Okay. Anyway, good night. I hope that you discovered the color of your aura. And I hope it was a beautiful color. I'm sure it was. Okay. I will see you